Today we are going to see the first chapter in geography, which is environment. First, let's see about what is geography. The word geography comes from two Greek words. Geo means earth and graphos means to write about or description. So the word geography means to write about the earth, in other words, the description of the earth. Geography is the study of earth and its peoples, places and environments, the discovery of the world around us and how people interact with their surroundings. Synopsis of the lesson. In this session, we are going to see the following topics. The first one is components of our environment. The second one is natural environment. Under this, we have lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. The third one is ecosystem. First, let us see about environment. Environment is sum of all natural and man-made things present all around us. In other words, whatever we see in our surroundings is called environment. Environment is our basic life support system. It provides us air, water. In this picture, we can see a girl is breathing fresh air and the picture of water, food, land. So here we can see the pictures of food and land. Next, we are going to learn about components of our environment. The word environment originates means begin from the French word environ, which means neighborhood. Everything around us constitutes means forms the environment. If you look around, you will find a variety of things. You can broadly group these things as natural environment and human-made environment. First, let's see about natural environment. The natural environment includes a large number of living things which are known as biotic and non-living things which are known as abiotic. For example, biotic components include animals, plants, microorganisms, etc. Here, microorganisms means a microscopic organism. Microscopic means tiny or very small organism, especially a bacterium, virus or fungus. And abiotic components include land, water, atmosphere, etc. So, in this picture, we can see the biotic and abiotic components. Biotic means living things like plants, animals, bacteria, fungus, protists. Abiotic means non-living things like water, soil, air, minerals and light. Next, we are going to learn about human-made environment. The human-made environment includes things created by humans and interactions with others. For example, things like buildings, bridge. Here we can see the picture of buildings and bridge. Industry, train. Here we can see the picture of industry and train. Bus, electricity. Here we can see the picture of bus and electricity. And activities and interactions such as family, society. Here we can see the picture of family and society. Here society means the public, the community, or the people. Religion, education. Here we can see the picture of religion and education. What is mean by religion? Religion means the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. Economics, politics, etc. Here economics means the branch of knowledge concerned with the production, consumption and transfer of wealth. Politics means the activities associated with the governance of a country or area. In other words, government or local government. So here we can see the picture of economics and politics. Next, we are going to learn about natural environment. Everything you see around yourself which was not made by humans is part of the natural environment. Thus, land, water. Here we can see the picture of land and water. Air, animals. Here we can see the picture of air and animals. Plants, etc. Comprise nature. Here comprise means form nature. Here we can see the picture of plants. This natural environment is grouped into various domains. These are lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. So in this picture we can see earth spheres like lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. Lithosphere means solid earth. Hydrosphere means all water found on, under and over the surface of earth. Atmosphere means the gases that surround the earth, which means its air. Biosphere means all life on earth. So in this picture we can see lithosphere means earth, hydrosphere means water, atmosphere means air and biosphere means all life on earth. First we are going to learn about lithosphere. So in this picture we can see the layers of the earth like crust, mantle, outer core, inner core. Lithosphere. This is the hard top layer of the earth's surface. It is also called the hard crust or solid crust. It is made of rocks and minerals. Minerals are chemical substances which exist in nature and covered by a layer of soil. It is irregular in shape and not smooth like a tabletop. It includes the various landforms such as mountain, plain. Here we can see the picture of mountain and plain, plateau, valley, etc. Here we can see the picture of plateau and valley. The part of the crust which lies below the oceans is known as the ocean floor, which is also uneven and not smooth surfaced. Here a crust is the outermost layer of a planet. Lithosphere provides us mineral wealth, forest. So here we can see the picture of mineral wealth and forest. Grassland, agricultural land. Here we can see the pictures of grassland and agricultural land. And land for human settlements. Here we can see the picture of human settlements. So in this picture we can see the components of environment. Components of environment are classified into three, like human environment, human-made environment, and natural environment. Human environment like individual, family, community, religion, educational, economic, and political situation. Human-made environment like buildings, parks, bridges, roads, monuments, industries, etc. Natural environment like lithosphere means land, hydrosphere means water, atmosphere means air, biosphere means living things. Next, we are going to learn about hydrosphere. Hydrosphere, this is that part of the earth which is covered with water. It includes all types of water bodies like ocean, river. Here we can see the pictures of ocean and river, sea, lake, etc. Here we can see the pictures of sea and lake. Water is essential for all living organisms. Essential means necessary. So, water is necessary for all living organisms. Next, we are going to learn about atmosphere. Atmosphere is the layer of air which surrounds the earth. It is a mix of gases which change with altitude. Altitude means height from the earth's surface. The gravity of the earth holds the atmosphere around it. The atmosphere also has dust and water vapor. Changes in the atmosphere affect weather and climate. The atmosphere also works as a shield for the earth as it protects it from the harmful rays and scorching heat of the sun. Here scorching means very hot. Next, we are going to learn about biosphere. Biosphere means all life on earth. Here we can see the picture of biosphere. Birds in the air, sea creatures, marine living organisms, microscopic organisms. Microscopic means tiny or very small organisms. Animals, animals in the ground, vegetation, dead plants and animals. Biosphere. The biosphere constitutes means forms the plant and animal kingdoms. It is also known as the living world. So here we can see the picture of plants and animals. In this domain, land, air and water interact with each other to support life. Here we can see the pictures of land, air and water. Having seen the various domains of natural environment, we will now learn about the interaction between the various domains. Next, we are going to learn about ecosystem. Ecosystem is a system formed by the interaction of all living organisms with each other and with the physical and chemical factors of the environment in which they live. So here physical means sun or temperature, chemical means oxygen or nutrients. An ecosystem is that it is a community or group of living organisms that live in and interact with each other in a specific environment. All plants, animals and human beings depend on each other and on the immediate surroundings of natural environment. Here we can see the pictures of plants, animals and human beings. There could be different ecosystems in different environments like desert, mountain. Here we can see the pictures of desert and mountain. Dense forest. Dense means thick forest. Grassland. Here we can see the pictures of dense forest and grassland. River, ocean and even in pond. Here we can see the pictures of river, ocean and pond. Ecosystems have different types of living organisms that interact with each other. These can be divided into three categories: producers, consumers and decomposers. All of them are important part of any ecosystem. Now let's see some keywords: a producer, consumers and decomposer. A producer is someone who creates and supplies goods or services. Consumers are people or organizations that purchase products or services. Decomposer means an organism, especially a soil bacterium, fungus, that decomposes organic material. Organic means natural material. Here, the producers are the green plants. Who is a producer? A producer is someone who creates and supplies goods or services, right? So here, the producers are the green plants. They make their own food. What is meant by consumers? Consumers are people or organizations that purchase products or services, right? Here, the consumers are animals and they get their energy from the plants or from other organisms which eat the plants. What is meant by decomposer? Decomposer means an organism, especially a soil bacterium, fungus, that decomposes organic material. Organic means natural material, right? Similarly, the decomposers are the organisms like bacteria and fungi that break down dead plants and animals into organic material. Organic means natural material that go back to the soil, after which the cycle starts again. Here, bacteria are microscopic living organisms, usually one-celled, that can be found everywhere. Here, microscopic means so small or tiny living organisms. Fungi means any of various types of organisms that get their food from decaying material or other living things, for example, mushrooms. Example, in a lake ecosystem, the sunlight which falls on the water helps the growth of algae. What is meant by algae? Algae is a single or multicellular organism that has no roots, stems or leaves and is often found in water. Here we can see the picture of algae in the lake. These algae produces oxygen for animals like fish, frogs living in the lake that provides food for microscopic animals. Here, microscopic means so small or tiny animals. Fish eat the microscopic organisms, absorb oxygen present in the water and expel. Expel means remove carbon dioxide, which helps the growth of plants. If the algae disappeared, everything else would be affected. Microorganisms would not have enough food, fish would not have enough oxygen, and plants would have lesser carbon dioxide available, which is necessary for their growth. I have enclosed the classbook instructions in the PDF. Kindly refer it. So now, we have reached the end of this session. Thank you.